You can take classes, you can talk to other captains, and you can go through an entire promotional process. And I don't think you'll ever truly understand the job of a company officer, which for us is the first step in a leadership position, until you actually do the job. I can't explain it to you, and I can't get you to understand it until you actually end up in that seat. And I didn't quite understand that, and I didn't understand the magnitude of the job until the Slurpee. And this is my Slurpee story. So my very first shift as a captain was a mandate. So I go to a station as a mandate. I'm working with the crew there that day, and I show up as I did every other day. I showed up at a fire station, put my gear on the rig, and did different things because I was a captain, and was trying to figure out this job. Well, in the afternoon, I decided, well, let's do a drill. Let's go do some training. We went out, we did a small drill, and we did some area familiarization and drove around. And back then, it was less Starbucks and coffee, and it was more Slurpee. So the thing was, the company officer would take the crew after a drill to get a Slurpee. So we drove over to 7-Eleven. I bought them all Slurpees. We went out on the rig and we sat on the front bumper. And we did what crews do. We were talking about everything from work to family, you name it. We were doing what firefighters do when they're sitting around together, and it was glorious. And then we got done with our Slurpee, and we're still sitting there. And now I'm kind of uncomfortable. Like, how long are we going to sit here? And we're still talking, still having a good time, and we're still there. And then we're still there. And then we're there an uncomfortably long amount of time, and I realized this is really weird. When are we going to leave? And that's when it dawned on me. They were waiting for me to say when Slurpee time was over. And I go, hey, let's load up and get out of here. Like, oh yeah, let's go, Cap. And I realized, oh my God, we just sat there all day if I hadn't said something. I have to decide when Slurpee time is over. What else do I have to decide on? If I have to decide on something as simple as that, how much is on my shoulders? How much am I responsible for? And that's when it dawned on me just how incredibly impactful this job is, and how critical it is that I be able to do my job. Now, I was always concerned about doing it to begin with, but man, that's when it really hit me. And I spent the next 17 years as a captain saying every single day, I can't believe they're letting me do this. One, in excitement for the job itself, but another out of a bit of fear, and not fear of the badge, but fear of letting them down. You know, fear of not doing a good job for them, for these people that I was with and the people that we swore to protect. And I you know, that hung heavy. And that's what drives us and drives us as leaders to do a good job, is that we are responsible for other people. And man, I just, the Slurpee is the really thing that drove it home. And I felt the same way. I was a BC, and even now as an AC. And so people always ask, what do you do? And, what does that mean to you? And I'm a pretty simple person, and I don't really think it's all that complicated. It's pretty simple. Fire department leadership isn't complicated. We have one job: protect the people. And it's the people we took an oath to protect, and it's the people who stand beside us. And that's it. Protect the people you're with, and the people you're protecting. Not that hard, at least in theory and in talk. But you will spend your entire career failing and succeeding trying to do this. But in the end, if that's what your decisions are based on, protecting the people you took an oath to protect and the people who stand beside you, then you'll make good decisions. Yes, you'll make mistakes. Yes, you'll do things that don't work, and then you'll do things that are amazing. But you wear that on your shoulders, and it's a heavy weight, and one you never can forget that's there. So again, staying simple to me is this. The first part is the people that we have with us and our crews, because with them we can protect the others. And so it's my belief is this: daytime is for our crews, nighttime is for your work. And what does this mean? This means get out of your office. Don't be that company officer or that battalion chief or that assistant chief or whoever that sits in your office and isn't out with your crews. And when I say your crews, depending on how high you go up, it just keeps getting bigger on who those crews are. And so you have to get out of your office and you have to be with them and you have to spend time with them. What that means is that you're going to lose some nighttime because you're going to be out at night doing the paperwork, doing the planning, and all the other stuff that you're required to do as a leader. But you need to be with your people. You need to train them. They need to be the best trained crew you can make them. Are they going to always want to train? Probably not, but it doesn't matter. You're going to take them out and train. And you have to find a way to encourage them and to to get them to not only go out and train, but actually want to be there. And that's a whole nother video I could do on that. But you're there for them. You need to get them out training, but you also need to be part of their family. You need to be part of them. And you do that through whatever ways you do personally. And for me, it's that eating dinner. You have to eat dinner at the table. Even if not everybody's cooking together, everyone sits at the table. And it's finding ways to connect, not just in the drills and during hours, but even after hours. You know, find a TV show you guys all like and make sure you watch it every shift. You want to play, Call of Duty or games at night? I know people would say, well, you're there to work. No, you're there to become a team. And if you're a good team, then when that bell goes off, then you'll be a good team on that call. And you can't be a good team if you're hiding in your office. You can't be a good member of that team if they're the ones cleaning up in the morning and you're not. You can't be a good team if they're loading the hose and you're not. You can't be a good team if they're doing all the work in whatever job that you are in and whatever job you're supervising if you're not there doing the work with them. You have to be part of that team. And you do that by being present. And you're present, and in my mind, what I remember this is, daytime is for your crews and nighttime is for your work. So how do we take care of the people that we're here to protect? I think it's pretty easy. We take care of them and we remember why we're here. And so I've always kind of lived by this. We don't determine what an emergency is. We respond to other people's emergencies. If they had to call us or they had someone else to call, they would have done it. Don't you think? They call us because we're it. And so to me, I think if we go into this remembering why we're here, then we will do our job. We will train. We will get better. We will form a team. We'll do the things that we need to do to get this job done. And in my opinion, the day you start judging people for calling 911 is the day you stop being a firefighter. And the day you start treating people differently because of why they called is the day you stop being human. Don't ever forget why you're here. You're here to take care of them and whatever it is they need. And I'll admit, is the system broken that there's things that we go on that you would say a fire department shouldn't go on? Sure, 100%. But you know what? Until something changes, we're it. And we go there and we take care of them with a smile, and we do it because we care. I went on a call the other day. I'm telling you, you're going to miss it because I don't go on calls often. I went on a call the other day and got to help somebody off the floor. Don't take that for granted because you guys are proof there's still good in this world, and never forget that. So look, not everybody will like you. Not everybody's going to like what you're pushing out. I'm sure people will see this video and go, I'm a quack, I'm a fool. I don't care. I really don't. If I wanted to make friends, what is it? If you want to make friends, sell ice cream. If you want to make everybody happy, sell ice cream. I'm not selling ice cream. I'm selling a belief in something I think we were fortunate and lucky enough to be part of, and that's the American Fire Service, and that's the Ventura County Fire Department. And we do this by making each other better. We make each other better by being leaders that take care of our people. We protect them, and we protect the people we swore to protect. And really, if you keep all your decisions based on that, I promise you, you'll be doing the right thing. It won't always make everyone happy. It won't always be rainbows and butterflies, but you'll get the job done. You will fail, you will learn, and you will get better. So hey man, every day train, every day get better. Daytime is for crews, nighttime is your work. Get out there, stay busy, keep working with your guys, keep having a good time, enjoy this job. It ends pretty quick. Have a great shift.